What's good, dominant ones? Welcome to another episode of DMB Wrestling Show. Today, we are talking about Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn is finally back together, and will we have a possible new faction between Cody, Sami, and KO? Let's get into it, man. As you see yesterday, or if you didn't see, yesterday, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn finally came back together again. Even though I didn't agree how it came about with the whole, do you love me? I thought you was my friend. I'd rather go to back with my friend, and you just want to do it strictly for business. And I'm like, bro, okay. A little bit so opera-ish to me, where it was kind of cheesy. And they could have did it better. That writing wasn't all the best for WWE, and they have their hits and misses. But that's here nor there. You have Sami Zayn ending SmackDown, talking to Jey Uso. And Sami brought up some great points that we're going to talk about in just a few. But eventually, Jey ended up beating up Sami, and then Jimmy came out, and it was like, all right, the double team. And then KO came out. They was looking for KO. And then KO finally came to help. And he delivered a stunner, and he was excited. And then what I really, really like is that KO fed into the crowd, because I don't think he had no intentions on giving Sami a hug. But they was like, hug it out, hug it out, hug it out, hug it out. And they ended up hugging it out, which was so awesome to see, right? I just don't agree how it all came about, as far as like how it got to that point. I feel like they could have did so many other areas or directions, or they could have went in different directions to get to that point. It could have been something, you know what I mean? I thought that was your brother, thought that was your friend, and you're gonna let him get beat like that? I thought you loved him, like something like that, where it challenged KO's core as a person. Like, damn, if this really is my friend, why won't I help him? Regardless of what we've been through, let me go help him. Like, for real, help him. But I get it. That's here nor there. And now we have our WrestleMania Tag Team Championship match, which I don't know if it's going to be a main event for day one, because there's rumors going on that Charlotte and Rhea Ripley will be probably headlining day one of WrestleMania, which I get it. Political, it could be, they deserve it. Their women championship is on the line, and Rhea is hot, Charlotte is a big name, and we want to make sure women have equal rights to the men. I definitely understand. I'm not against that. It's at the end of the day, every match could be a main event for the most part. Not every match, but majority of them. Y'all get what I'm saying. And I think they could be setting up a Rhea Ripley being the undisputed champion to face Bianca, and we'll get into that on another episode. But I truly feel like that's something in the brewing, and something in the making. So now that we have our main event, we have our WrestleMania match. We have the Usos versus KO and Sami, and then we have Cody versus Roman Reigns. And that gets me to my major key point. Could this be a new faction brewing underneath, right? Now you have the Bloodline have three potential threats, right? You have Sami and KO in threat and to try to take away the Usos championship. And then you have Cody, who's trying to finish his story and beat Roman. And it looks like, what if all three of them left WrestleMania with new champions? Cody's the undisputed, KO, Sami is the new undisputed tag champions. And now the Bloodline is titleless, right? We haven't seen the Bloodline titleless in a while. But now they're all titleless again. They had all the records. I still believe that Roman should win at WrestleMania. But that's here nor there. But if he did end up losing and the Usos losing, that can be a potential new faction between Cody and Sami and KO, because Cody was the one that brought him out. Cody helped Sami win the first time last week. He helped Sami the first time, and now he was the one who orchestrated this whole conversation where KO was like, look, I heard it all, woo-doo, woo-doo, woo. They walked out, and then Sami went to go chase him. He was like, I love you, bro. I love you. I love you. that was just, I'm just giving it a B, man. It was corny to me, man. They could have did it so much better, but they didn't, and that's here nor there. I'm not about to argue with them. I'm not. That's WWE. Y'all do y'all thing, WWE. And so Cody has mutual respect for Sami and KO. What would y'all, let me know in the comments below, if this becomes a faction, what would y'all call this faction? What would y'all call Cody Rhodes, KO, and Sami? And then now they're the new, top dogs in the company. What would y'all call that faction? It'd be an interesting name. I would love to know what names y'all come up with in the comments below. But then that brings me to two big points that I want to talk about. Number one, I don't know if all three of the Bloodline members will lose, because they have an outlier, which Sami and KO and Cody don't have. And that's Solo. Solo is an outlier. Solo, I don't even think he has a match at WrestleMania. Solo has an opportunity to swing the momentum into their direction. Is he gonna help Roman? Is he gonna help Sami? I mean, not Sami, but the Usos in their title match? Like, I have a feeling that Solo's gonna be in the mix. Maybe he could be in a mix of both. Maybe only in a mix of one. Maybe he's not in a mix of none. I don't know, but I just feel like you have Solo, you have Paul Heyman. They have outliers where Cody and Sami and KO don't. I truly feel like this would be me if I had to choose. The Uso loses, Roman Reigns retain, and now you have KO and Sami helping Cody get right for Roman's rematch, right? And then you have a play on words, which gives me to my part two, because Sami talked to Jay and was like, look, Jay, call a spade a spade. You're just mad because it wasn't you. You're mad you're not the one that hit Roman in the back with the chair. Don't try to blame me because you've been getting abused. So Sami planted that seed, which was great, by the way. See, that's what I mean by great. That's great subliminal, non-subliminal writing, that something is brewing up. Not yet. So if Roman retains and Jay and them loses, then Roman can be like, you guys losing it. Like, you guys are not head of the table material. And that goes back to pushing Jay back, like you've been doing. Like, my God, I got to do everything around here. I got to be this, I got to be that. And then that can lead to Jay possibly causing Roman the championships at SummerSlam or the next big pay-per-view that they do, and Cody eventually finishes the story, and that gives Cody some more time to build up his character, build up that anticipation, right? And then people won't necessarily know how he's going to win, but he end up winning, and then you have real kinks in the armor. You have real openings in the armor of the bloodline in the Roman Empire. Now you have a feud between Jay and Roman that is a different feud, and now you put Jimmy and Solo in the middle of which one do we side on? Do we side with our brother, or do we side with the tribal chief? That is a crazy storyline that can go, and it's not even about the titles. Now Cody can go give other people an opportunity to fight for the championship belts, and Sami and KO can go give other people an opportunity to fight for the belt. But this would be the hottest story out right here. Like the head of the table match, whatever. And Roman's been talking about possibly, taking a step away from WWE and pursuing other things. This would be a good segue for him to finally leave. They give the he puts Jay main event over, and then they're able to do their other thing where Jay now can be a singles competition or singles superstar and fight for singles championships. I don't even know if he ever won a singles championship yet, but that'd be pretty cool for him and his career. And that gives Solo and all them to do their own little thing. I'm telling you, y'all gonna miss Roman Reigns for sure. But Y'all let me know in the comments below, what are y'all thoughts? How do y'all feel about Cody, KO, and Sami potentially creating a faction? And if they don't have a faction, will they all win? I don't feel like they all will win. That seems too cliche, seems too corny. Somebody has to lose. And I think Cody will lose. And I think they should build up with that Jey Uso subliminal message that Sami said. You wish it was you instead of me. But y'all let me know in the comments below, man. Thank you for connecting with us again and watching DMB Wrestling Show. And I, your host, DMB, aka the most dominant man breathing. I love you guys. Let me know what topics y'all want to see me talk about next. Peace.